Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is T and I like to play The Sims. Today we are building a house for the Weller family that I found on the gallery. I thought it looked like a cute little family and I didn't quite know what I wanted to build or renovate actually, because I'm not building, I'm just usually rebuilding or renovating the houses already existing in the Sims world. And I figured, I'll just check out the gallery and see what I can find to get inspired. And we are buying or moving into Rockridge Springs in Evergreen Harbor. I'm always inclined to say Evergreen Harbor with my fake wannabe British accent. Anywho, we jump right into the game, and since I downloaded the family from the gallery and I knew nothing about it, I decided that, I kind of want to look into how they are, their traits, what they like. She, for instance, she likes baking and comedy, fishing, gardening, photography, writing, fitness, painting, video gaming, singing. Jesus, she has a lot of interests. She doesn't like mischief, mixology, robotics, rocket science, or violin. I guess that might be a trauma from childhood. Color, she likes blue, brown, gray, green, pink, purple, orange, red, and black. So pretty much any kind of color I can think of, honestly, that is on that spectrum. So, I just like to get into that and see if I can make a home for them that is fitting. She likes physical intimacy and music, but I don't think that matters much whenever you do the renovation of a house. And he likes black, blue, and brown, so he's not all over the place like she is, but he has conversation topics that he likes, and he also has decor he likes. He likes basics decor, contemporary decor, art deco, so that's pretty helpful. Although I have to admit, I did not really end up using any of that. I just kind of went with the flow and tried to find out something that, just works. I usually try to keep the renovations pretty realistic, because whenever you buy a house, normally, at least nobody that I know would be able to knock down walls and spend another $200,000 on a house that was already however much. So I try to keep it realistic. I do, after I said that, we are knocking down some walls. Let's just pretend it was cheap because they know somebody, or maybe he's a builder, a contractor, and he knows how to do that. So we change a little bit of the outside of the house. I just used, a darker blue color. There wasn't, usually you can just make quite a bit of extra money by replacing the doors and the already existing fence or any of the windows. Sorry, I had a very dry throat here. I've been quite sick these days. That's why my last video was also without any comment, because I was constantly sneezing. It is a bit better now, so I hope the worst is over. Anywho, usually you can make a little bit of extra cash by replacing like the windows or whatever that come with the house from the game. But this time, not like that. With cheaper windows, cheap doors, so it didn't work out quite as much as I was hoping to. We managed to properly furnish the house at the end, but it was quite tight, I'm telling you that. Here I was just trying different kinds of colors for the roofing, that I decided to just stick with a similar roof color that, is around in the neighborhood. I don't want to stand out too much. That's also why I didn't go all overboard with the outside of the house, because initially I think I had some kind of red brick around it, but it didn't match the surrounding area. So I figured we'll just not doing that. And here we go on the inside. Just need some enlightenment so we can see what we're actually doing. I did not change the stairs or anything like that because I thought the location of them was already alright, for me at least. And then again, changing stairs and putting them in another location, I'm pretty sure is pretty pricey in real life. And then I just place, it's like a trial run kind of thing. It's just like, so I can, I place the furniture so I know if the room is big enough and if I can fit everything in that I want or need to have fit in. I kept the original counters of the kitchen that came with the house because sometimes it's quite handy to keep a few things and not having to buy everything. So the kitchen is going to be very small. The downstairs is just going to be an open living, dining, and cooking area with a little computer nook or, desk work, office, whatever nook. And then upstairs, I thought since they have 2 kids, I wanted to give the kids a bedroom each. And then obviously the parents need their own bedroom. So that was quite challenging to figure out the layout of the upstairs, especially since it is not a very big house. So having 3 bedrooms up there was a bit challenging, and initially what I always like to do is for the main bedroom or the master bedroom to have an ensuite, but not here. It was not possible to squeeze 2 bathrooms upstairs and 3 bedrooms. So we just end up having a bathroom upstairs, full bathroom upstairs and a half bathroom downstairs, which I think is okay. It is basically almost a starter home for a larger family. So if they ever want to upgrade and have more room, they can either make the house bigger or, just build up or just move. But I thought, I don't want to. There's literally no way I could have squeezed in. I guess I could have lost the balcony, but I kind of like having the balcony. It kind of adds to the charm of the house. And just, imagine maybe the parents have, every Sunday they have breakfast out there, weather permitting, of course. So I kept the balcony, but yes, I could have turned the balcony into a ensuite, but I didn't. So here we kind of figured out the layout. I was flying way too much. The layout of the house, and then I realized that the only way to get to the other kids' room was to go through the parents' bedroom, and that is kind of a hassle and nothing that you really want. So I made that little hallway and squeezed the double bed of the parents in that little nook there. And then I'm just trying to get a little bit more room, at least for the parents. So I kind of extend the bedroom just by one little smidge. But I feel like it looks a bit better and has more room, and you can put in a closet or a dresser, and just have the Sims move around a lot better. Here I realized that the fence is not centered with the front door, and I just can't have that, so I fixed that. And then we put in some windows. I think for this kitchen window, yes, I ended up using the humongous bulky window from Eco Lifestyle, and then just the very cheap but basic looking windows from Eco Lifestyle. And I just like using those. They are very simple and they let in a lot of light, so you don't really need that much lighting on the inside. And here we finally start with furnishing. And I figured I'd just give them a little bit more room in the kitchen. Not too much because there is not much room left, but at least an L-shaped kitchen and not just one side of the room being the kitchen. And that way they have a bit more room and maybe eventually buy an appliance or 2. Oh yeah, here I realized that the wall is missing from the bathroom. You don't want to have a bathroom without any walls. At least I don't want that. I'm sure there's all kinds of things. And I also want a wall and not just windows and see-through glass. Obviously glass is always see-through. But I know there is hotels that have just glass windows where the bathrooms are. So whenever you're on the bed, you can look into the bathroom. Not sure how good that is. But hey, to each their own. And I feel like those chairs from high school years have become one of my go-to chairs because I just like not only the colors because they have those pastel colors as well, but also the neutral colors, and my favorite couch from the Book Nook kit, I think. But those chairs, I just love them. They're so versatile, and I feel like they would be cozy in real life, or at least comfortable. I don't know about cozy, but comfortable. A cozy couch, and then I think the other couch, that two-seater, is also from high school living. And my favorite side table, which apparently turns stuff into things that you can sell. I didn't know that, but since this is not a business, I'm hoping it's okay and nobody's gonna come in and buy their TV. And then we go upstairs, we get the kids' room finished, you know, just like although I kind of often try not to do that, but the color of this room is more of a blue color for the boy that I don't even remember what his name was. But while furnishing his room, I kind of figured that maybe he likes horses and is into cowboys and stuff. So I have a few horse ranch things in there, and there I realized I needed more enlightenment. But yeah, it's been real fun to kind of give the Sims a fresh breath of air or whatever. I'm having fun. I don't know if I'm actually improving my building skills, but I'm trying. I am really, really trying, but while I do that, I kind of feel like I'm missing out on all the gameplay. So every once in a while, I just sit down and play. And I just recently, again, started a Runaway Teen Challenge with the new Business and Hobbies expansion pack. And I had her, I think, in a lot in Copperdale. There's one lot that is in the middle of, it almost seems like it's in the middle of a wood. And just surrounded by trees and whatnot, and you can also jump into the lake. And then she ended up having her own business, so that was nice, just exploring the gameplay. And maybe I should start doing more gameplay videos on this channel too. Anywho, back to the build. I used one of the new lights from the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. I really like those, and I never really thought about using those on the inside. And those hanging shelves, because it is such a tight space where the bed is, that I didn't even know if there's actually any side tables that would fit in there. So I was like, hold on, let's try doing that with one of those wall shelves, little cubicles. And I feel like it turned out pretty nice, especially with the lights above the bed and everything. I wouldn't mind having that, honestly. So I just feel like it gives the whole bedroom a more of a cozy vibe, especially considering that it's kind of a smaller-ish room. And then I I realized that the bathrooms, Jesus, I cannot talk today, can I? I am so sorry. Anywho, I realized that the bathrooms needed different kind of flooring because I always feel like they kind of have to have tiles, and I just went with the very basic ones, as it is not a fancy home. Some curtains for the bedroom so you can block out the sun whenever you sleep in on a Sunday or Saturday or whenever you sleep in. And with the rest of the money, because I was very conservative with just furnishing the house with any kind of clutter items because the budget was a bit tight, but I, as you can see, end up putting a little bit of decoration around it. And whenever I was editing the video, I realized that I had not painted that wall in the same color than the rest of the downstairs area, and I never do. I completely did not see that, and it's always so funny whenever I watch videos of other content creators. I'm like, how can they not see that? Well, they can't, because you're just so busy doing other things that you just don't see it. But yeah, if you download that house from the gallery, it will have that different kind of wallpaper downstairs, because I already uploaded it to the gallery right after I finished building it, because if I don't, I will forget, and I probably need to go back and upload quite a few of my builds, because I keep forgetting. I'm gonna try to do better, I promise. Here we just put in a few more things, like that little light for the night, so the kids don't wake up in the middle of the night because there's a monster under their bed. And a little bit more decoration for the toddler room, or the infant room. I'm not quite sure what the stage was of the other kid. And here I figured those little things on the wall is something that the older kid made for the younger kids to have in their room. And we also put a little bit of kids decor in the bathroom here, just because I think, especially she is probably the kind of mom that'd be like, let's put a tooth fairy here so they don't forget to brush their teeth and stuff like that. But I just thought that was kind of cute. So it's not super polished, but more of a, and I still don't know, homey or homely. Write it down in the comments. Homely or homey, one of them is the bad word that describes something as rundown or something, and the other one is just the cozy feeling that you have at home. And here we add a few more wall pieces or paintings or whatnot to the bedroom. And I think we also go outside now, eventually, because the outside also needs a little bit of an update, because it was a bit naked down there, you know, there was nothing there. So I added a door. I wish it was a taller door, but I didn't have any money for that, and I don't even know if there's one that exists in that height. We had to let go of two of those chairs that I like so much in order to afford that, but we'll live. They can buy more chairs whenever they make money. And then since she likes gardening, I think I also put a gardening pot down there on the outside. I could only afford one, and now we're left with $15 or $45 because I made that area here smaller. And then I went into debug just to get a little, you know, trees and bushes and some greenery around the house, and adding that little tiger from the For Rent expansion pack. But I didn't want it to feel so bare outside, so I just, you know, did the debug mode and added a few trees and a few bushes just to make it look a bit nicer. And then I also, of course, did the landscaping with, you know, the coloring, where you just use the brownish sand dirt colors to make it look a little bit more realistic, because it's not going to be a lush green whenever people live there or walk there, or if there's trees or whatnot. So I kind of like using that. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you for hanging out with me. And if you have any recommendations, if you want to see something that I build or that I rebuild or give a little renovation, or if you want to see more gameplay actually, let me know down in the comments, and I hope I'll see you soon. Bye!